H. pylori is a gram-negative bacillus. It is seen in 20 to 70% normal individual and is a commensal. It has unique capacity to survive in the acidic environment. And 90% of ulcer patients have H. pylori. If we eradicate H. pylori, it is seen that there occurs fast healing and relapse is not there. So prevention of relapse. Now, what are the drugs which have anti-H. pylori efficacy? They include, we use triple drug regimes, we use quadruple 4 drug regimes. In these 3 or 4 drugs, either we use 2 in triple drug regime, 2 will be antimicrobials. We never use single antimicrobial. And in quadruple, we may use 3 antimicrobials also. So there is antimicrobials having H. pylori, anti-H. pylori action include amoxicillin, beta-lactam, clarithromycin, which is a macrolide, tetracyclines, and imidazoles, metronidazole and tinidazole. So 5 antibiotics: amoxi, clarithro, tetracycline, metronidazole, tinidazole. So metro and tinida are never combined, same group. Tetracycline is less frequently used comparatively. We can combine amoxicillin with either clarithro or this group, or we can combine clarithromycin with metronidazole. So clarithromycin either combined with this or with this, or amoxicillin with this. 1 plus 2 or 1 plus 2 or 1 plus 2, like this. And one of the PPIs given BD dose is an integral part of all triple drug regimes. Mean one PPI is always given for eradication of H. pylori because they suppress the acids. They inhibit the terminal enzyme of acid synthesis. Acid is suppressed, which enhances the effectiveness of antimicrobial agents. Their efficacy is increased if the environment is less acidic, and PPIs have direct inhibitory effect also on the H. pylori. Then in refractory cases we can use colloidal bismuth substrate also. It, as we have already discussed, detaches H. pylori from gastric mucosa and inhibits them, and is commonly employed in eradication failure cases where we have already tried a triple drug regime or other drugs we have tried, but eradication of H. pylori is not being achieved. Then we combine colloidal bismuth substrate, not the first choice drug, because it is difficult to use. Multiple dosages are to be used, 4 in a day, and there are adverse effects like blackening of tongues, denture, diarrhea, like that. So not a preferred drug, but in eradication failure cases it can be tried because there can occur resistance to these drugs, antimicrobials, but no resistance develops to the action of colloidal bismuth substrate. General principles while deciding which drugs are to be used in H. pylori, anti-H. pylori regimes. Any single antibiotic is not effective, so we use 2 or 3. Resistance develops comparatively rapidly to imidazoles and clarithromycin and is infrequent with amoxi. So in those patients who have double resistance, they are resistant to these drugs as well as clarithromycin, we will add colloidal bismuth substrate, right, in case of double resistance. One of the PPIs is always added, is an integral part of all regimes. If patient has large ulcer and there have been history of complications like bleeding from the ulcer, like perforation of the ulcer, then even though 2 weeks treatment with full regime is over, we will continue the PPIs. Beyond the completion of anti-H. pylori regime for 2 weeks, we continue the PPI. Initially, patient receives a 1 week regime If he fails to respond, we give him the 2 weeks regime. Triple drug regime, 3 drugs for 1 week are tried. If H. pylori eradicated, ulcer heals, okay. If that is not achieved, we can prolong it to the 2 weeks regime. Various regimes have been suggested, but the basic principles remain the same, that 1 PPI is always given, 2 of the antibiotics can be combined. Now, in the single week regimes, 1 week, 3 drugs, commonly used is PPI integral part. You can use any of the PPIs. Dose wise, we will see either omeprazole or esomeprazole 20 mg BD, lansoprazole dose is 30 mg BD, pantoprazole dose is 40 mg BD, 20, 30, 40, omi, esmo, lanzo and pantoprazole. We can combine this PPI with either a combination of amoxi and clarithrol, or a combination of amoxi and metronidazole, or clarithrol and metronidazole, right? Amoxi 1 2 1 3 2 3, like that. So if we give number 1 to amoxi and 2 to clarithrol and 3 to imidazoles, we can combine amoxi either with 2 or 3. See the dosages. If we give amoxi 1 gram, it is to be used BD. If we give 500, it is to be used TDS. Okay. Clarithromycin 500 milligram BD with or this oblique is or 1 with 2 or 1 with 3, or amoxi with metronidazole 1 and 3, or 2 and 3. Clarithromycin when combined with metronidazole dose is lesser. Otherwise we use 500 when we combine with amoxi, but when we combine it with metronidazole we have to give 250 milligrams BD. Okay, metronidazole dose remains the same, 400 TDS. Is that clear? Triple drugs हो गई, 1 PPI with 2 antibiotics. 2 antibiotics can be amoxi plus clarithrol, or amoxi plus metronidazole, or clarithrol plus metronidazole. But when clarithrol is combined with metronidazole, dose is lesser. Then we have 2 weeks regime. Those patients who do not respond with 1 week regime, we continue the regime for 2 weeks. Drugs are again 3. Same, one of the PPIs is integral part. Omeprazole dose is 20 BD. Esomeprazole also 20 BD, or lansoprazole 30 BD, and pantoprazole is 40 milligrams BD. We can combine it with amoxicillin plus clarithromycin or metronidazole. Here dose for 2 weeks regime is increased to 750 milligrams BD. Amoxi 750 milligram BD can either be combined with clarithromycin or with metronidazole. So drugs become 1, 2 and 3 and continued for 2 weeks. Or we can combine omeprazole with clarithrol plus metronidazole. Again, see, when we combine clarithromycin with metronidazole, dose is 250 BD. Now, this regime is FDA approved for the eradication of H. pylori, which includes lansoprazole 30 milligrams, amoxicillin 1000 means 1 gram, and clarithromycin 500 milligram. All are used BD. Lanzo 30 milligram BD, amoxi 1 gram BD, clarithrol 500 mg BD for 2 weeks. Then if the ulcers are refractory, patient is not responding, then we give quadruped regimes. Now the number of drugs is 4. So one of the PPI is a must, 2 antibiotics which can be metronidazole, tetracycline along with colloidal bismuth, or we can use PPI with amoxi, clarithromycin, and all the 3, amoxi, clarithrol and metronidazole. So that is all about the anti-ulcer drugs. You may be asked the anti-H. pylori regimes, for which you need to know what are the various groups of drugs: antimicrobials, PPIs, and ulcer protective. PPI is integral part. Antibiotics never used alone. Minimum two are combined, and colloidal bismuth is added only in the quadruped regimes for refractory cases because no resistance develops to it. If a patient has resistance to two groups of antibiotics, clarithrol and metronidazole, we can add colloidal. So general principles and 1 week, 2 week and quadruped regimes is very important. So in this chapter, anti-H. pylori regimes, you can get a short note on any of the ulcer protectives. Antacid, why antacids are used as combinations, or megaldrate can be asked as a short note. PPIs are the most important, and common question in PPIs is why they are given on empty stomach and why food is allowed 1 hour after the administration. H2 blockers, their status, their mechanism of action. Ranitidine is one of the frequently used drugs. So that's all. Thank you.